Hello everyone, welcome to CANrace. I'm your host Bryce Turner. This weekend, the NASCAR Pinty Series races at Autodrome Chaudiere. This weekend's schedule is coming up. Also, a sit-down interview with Jason Hathaway, the only driver to win at this track in this series. But first, an information update. The season opener was held a few weeks ago at CTMP, and Andrew Ranger took home the victory.
It's something big for us, I know it's a brand new team, brand new crew chief, and the guy worked really hard during the winter to give me a good car, and just to be crazy in the last few laps. I was turned and trying to save the tire and the car to the end, and the rain came out, and Labbe did a little mistake there, both of the three and Labbe, and I took the opportunity right on the inside, so very happy about it, and first win, so very happy. Good for the championship.
As this was the opener, the top 5 in the standings are the same as the top 5 results. Note that Robin Buck and Caden Lapsevich will not be competing this weekend at Chaudiere. Only 14 drivers are on the entry list, the smallest field at this race compared to the last 2 years. And Ontario drivers have been dominant on Quebec ovals in this series, winning 8 of 9 previous oval events in the province. One of those winners, Jason Hathaway, is 2 for 2 at Chaudiere. Recently, we stopped by his shop and the Fast Eddie Choco headquarters to talk about last season, this season, and of course, Autodrome Chaudiere. Hello everyone, welcome to the Choco Fast Eddie headquarters where I'm here with Jason Hathaway. Thank you for speaking with me.
Thanks for having me.
There have been 2 races run at Autodrome Chaudiere. In both you took home the victory. You are also the only driver with 2 top 5s and the only driver with 2 top 10s at the track. What is it about Chaudiere that suits your driving style?
Those are pretty good stats. I didn't know all that, so glad you came out, Bryce. I don't know, I just like short track racing, oval track racing, and it's a nice smooth track, nice and high banked. Just right from day one, first laps I put on that track, I was fast right out of the box. I think we were second quickest right at first practice, and we were fastest after the second practice and qualified well and won the race. So I don't know, it's just a track that I fell in love with right from day one, and I wish we went there a few more times.
How does it feel to perform so well at a single track?
I mean, you don't always want to count your chickens before they hatch, they say, but it's with our group and our team, it's a positive heading there each year because we've done so well. So knowing the way we finished and kind of our outlook going in, it's a real positive for our team, and the guys come in there with their heads held high, and hopefully we can repeat again. Three-peat.
Well, we're here at the Choco Fast Eddie headquarters. I've got to ask, first of all, what is Choco? We'll start with, and what is their involvement with the team?
Choco's a licensed apparel company owned by Ed Hackison and his family. They're licensed distribution of apparel for Ford, Dodge, GM, Snap-on Tools, Kubota, Case, New Holland. Just real good licenses. They're out in the market, and a lot of apparel that you see at the racetrack and so on around with fans are probably, if you look deep enough into the collar or inside the hat, it'll have a Choco label.
And then next for Fast Eddie, same sort of question about what is Fast Eddie and their involvement with the team?
Yeah, Fast Eddie's same deal. They're licensed apparel and safety as well. So they sell fire suits, helmets, crew uniforms to a lot of the teams. A lot of the real nice fire suits that are custom designed and nice artwork and so on come from Fast Eddie for sure. And they also do a licensed apparel as well for Mitsubishi. OK Tire Stores, they're a garage tire store across Canada. So it's kind of the same sort of business with a different name.
And then are those both full-time sponsors with your team?
Yeah, they're both full-time sponsors with us, having ownership on the team as well. We'd rather have somebody else's name on the car, that's for sure.
We're now here over in the EHR Team 3 Red Shop, not far from Choco and Fast Eddie, for the interview to continue. Let's go back to 2015, a season where you did not plan to run the full schedule, but in the end able to run every race, win 3 races, and finish second in the standings. How much of a roller coaster was last season?
It was a roller coaster rate starting in January, with looking for sponsors and deciding whether we were going to race the whole year or start the season and figure out what's going to happen and kind of wing it, and that's what we ended up doing. But sometimes when you're not planning for the best, usually the best happens. So it was a good relaxed year as far as racing goes. We didn't have a whole lot of sponsors to, no pressure at all. So it actually made the racing a little more fun than maybe some years in the past when we had a bunch more sponsors.
We've seen you celebrate in Victory Lane with your kids. How special is it to be able to celebrate with family after a win?
It's pretty cool. I mean, the kids enjoy it. Sometimes I think I do it more for the kids than I do for myself anymore, but they really enjoy it, and they think it's pretty cool when Dad's out there and he's on TV, and just celebrating with the guys is pretty cool too. So when it all comes down to it, it's a family deal. It's a family event, and everybody's out there to win and have fun and celebrate at the end.
And we have to switch gears to this year as well. I have to ask about CTMP. You led the most laps in the race, but dropped to 9th after a late restart. What happened?
Rain. Alex Labby and I got together off of turn 2 there and kind of went off the track, and it was starting to rain when we crossed up in the end there to take the green flag for the green-white checkered, and I don't think NASCAR realized how hard it was raining at the back of the, in turn 4, 5, and 6 there. But it was kind of disappointing, but in hindsight to that, we led a bunch of laps and we got a real strong road course program, so I'm looking forward to the next 4 races for sure. How
difficult has it been in the search for sponsors?
I think it gets harder every month. The later you go in the year, the harder it gets, and that's the unfortunate part. But we've got a few sponsors come on board. DSI's come on board from Timmins, Ontario. Ray Bessis Brakes, they jumped on board this year on the hood of the car for the full season, so that's helped us out as well. And Choco and Fast Eddie, they've always been supporters, obviously, of our team and myself. HGC, the Harmon Group, they're a trucking company out of Caledon, Ontario. They've been with us 4 years too. Another family-run business, and just enjoy the racing as much as we do, and following along. And BioWash 2000's come on board. Chuck Martin, a friend of ours from a local guy that hangs out with us, and he's jumped on board too. So it's just some local help that's coming along and keeping us going in circles.
In addition to the Pinty series, you've been racing locally at Sunset Speedway. What is your schedule there?
We were planning to run the first 3 nights. We had one night that got rained out, so we ran 2 nights. We just run there. It's nice and close. It's local, and we just like to run there and shake the rust off the driver and the crew and everything else. But I think it's real good for our team as a whole to get back in the groove of things before the NASCAR Pinty Series starts. And once we get into June and July, August, it's a thrash every weekend, across the country. So I think it just ties our team a little closer to start the season, and I think it gives us a little bit of advantage over other teams that don't have the opportunity to do what we do.
Plus, there's the extra track time at Sunset, and the Pinty Series does race there coming up. How does that help with the Pinty's race?
It helps a lot. I wasn't going to mention that, but no, it does help a lot. Like I said, we went and tested the NASCAR there, and we were quick right out of the trailer. And I think it has a lot to do with just seat time in the car, in the late model car that we ran at Sunset, and it's a real confidence builder too. We had 4 races there, 4 features, had a top 5 in all 4 races. Didn't wreck the car. It's in one piece, and got to race with some real good late model guys across Ontario and in this area. It's a tough little short track on a Saturday night.
Thank you, Jason Hathaway, for having me here at the Choco Fast Eddie headquarters and at your race shop. So thank you for joining me for this interview and hosting me at both locations.
Thank you, Bryce. Thanks for having me.
To watch the full feature, check out the CANrace Features playlist here on my YouTube channel. And tune in Monday to CGRU for Motorsports Monday, a segment that talks about a different racing topic each week and provides results. This week the focus will be on Formula One following this weekend's Canadian Grand Prix. Tune in during the 9 a.m. hour of Morning Mixtape Monday on CGRU 1280 AM Toronto and online at cgru.ca. Thanks for watching the CANrace Chaudiere pre-race show. Check back Saturday for post-race, but for now, to wrap up today's show, here's a look at this weekend's schedule. The CRS Express 300 at Autodrome Chaudiere will take place Saturday. The event will begin at about 8 p.m. with qualifying set for 4:15. TSN's 4 and 5 will televise the race on June 19th at 1 p.m. RDS2 will air it on July 1st at 10:30 p.m. All times Eastern.